Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on the KaoshKraft server. Today's episode we are going to be definitely doing some more work on this building, but we're going to be getting some big stuff done today. Oh, there we go, there goes Zai. Zai's actually about to record, so I wouldn't be too surprised if she does pop on in the next few minutes. So who do we have on with us there? We've got Ibu, Luigi, and Lori Horse, and Starlight Pix. So that's who's on the server with us at the moment. Zai was, but she's not on anymore, and we've actually had quite a few people on with us today throughout the bit of time that I've been gathering some stuff up. So let's quickly do that before I forget to do it. And we can also get some stuff together so we can get a ladder going up the top. Now, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago even, when the server just started, we lost ourselves a horse. And that was in spawn, but I think I found it earlier, so I just took my saddle back, and now we've got a donkey. Right over there. That's the normal horse. The donkey is there. You can't see it very well, but that's the donkey. But what I did was I took the saddle back. I ended up getting another horse. That horse wasn't too good, so I got rid of it, and we got ourselves a donkey. So there we go. There's Zai back, and she's probably going to be recording now as well. Oh, why is my mouse doing this? You know, that is actually becoming a problem now, because I thought it was the batteries on my mouse. It's not the batteries on my mouse. It kind of worked for like a minute, and then it had trouble again. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making things look real good, real good. In fact, I've got a lot of awesome ideas for how I want this project to look. We'll do these inside pillars a bit later because I did start them at the end of last episode, but I didn't end up getting too many done. Okay, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Like that. Oh, no, what am I doing? All right, let's get up to the top here. So we need to get this top floor done so we can start making the big bulb thing at the top of our tower. So almost up there right now. Give it a second. Okay, there we go. Can I jump that? You reckon I can jump it? I think I can do it. Perfect. Smooth. Very smooth. Alright, so we're going to have to put in some of these, and we've done these from here, so we're just going to do this so we've got a little bit of a platform at the top before we start building our stuff. And what we actually are doing today is we're going to be building the floor piece of this, and hopefully some more of it, because it's actually going to be quite a lot of work that we're going to be getting done in this top piece. I've got a lot of details planned on it. I think it'll look quite good. In fact, I've done a few things, as I say, in a creative world, so I've got some idea of what we are doing here, and from what I can see of how it should be looking, we're going to have ourselves a very good looking building. So let's just finish this floor up, and I'll show you what we're getting started with. And maybe that'll give us some idea of what's going on here. You know what? You know what is going on here? I have forgotten. Let me just this. What I've forgotten to do is get ourselves all of our stuff that we need, which is down at the bottom. Yeah, well, we've got a few things. There we go. We can also sleep the night away. So I'll quickly go grab that stuff, guys. I'm going to go back to spawn. I'll sleep the night away. We can go take a ride on our little donkey, or actually we'll take the horse, it's faster, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, so we are pretty much halfway to planning out the top piece here. Why I say halfway is because this type of stuff here that I've just done actually is very important, because the rest of this is just kind of going to go smoothly now that I've laid this out. So that's why I'm saying halfway, even though we've got a lot more work to do. But not exactly. Not exactly. At least we're not going to think. That's the thing about what we're doing. So what I've got at the bottom here, I've got a little bit of a plan of what we're going to do. We're going to do some beams going across. This is how wide it's going to be, but it's going to keep bulging out a bit more. And we'll have a look at what it looks like from the bottom as well. So I want to just do this and that. And then we'll come around this side as well and do this again. And I want to quickly just remind you guys, if you guys are watching this and you guys might not necessarily be too up to date with what the KaoshKraft server is and what we do on here, you guys can actually check out what we're doing. So if you guys are ever interested in having a look at this build in real life, Minecraft life, you can jump on and check it out. So just check that thing at the top there, KaoshKraft.net. Go jump on that server. You can check out everything we're doing. You can check out what Zai's building right now, and yeah, it might be kind of interesting. You can say what's up, like what a lot of people do. You can say hello to me, you can say hello to Zai, you can say hello to everyone. So what we're going to be doing here quickly is we're just going to do this thing like that, and like, I don't know why I'm using these slabs, but we'll put it like that. Get rid of that, and that, and that. Okay, so this is the circle that I want to go for, and I think that'll work. Let's have a look if that circle works. Yeah, that will work. Good. Okay, that was lucky. Then we're also going to have to do it on this side, so it was 2, like that. And did I put those facing the same direction? I did. We'll just do this again. So this is kind of like what I do generally with building, if you guys ever want a little hint. It's also kind of like the way my style ends up working, and also it's a very easy way to do things. Is what I do is I first build the frame out, and then I start building structure in the frame. So what we've done here is we've built the frame, and then we're going to start adding things to the structure, and it'll be on the inside so that we create a little bit of depth in our structure. So I think that should be enough for us to get a good idea, and I coincidentally did it in the front. I wasn't planning on actually doing that right there. I wasn't thinking about it. But then what I want to do is I want to maybe do what I started doing over there like that, and we can do one over there. Is that the same one? Yes, it is. Good. Okay. And then we can place some of these blocks in here. Now, the reason I'm using spruce planks and I'm using the oak wood logs is because I like the colors together. I think they work really well together. They're very close in general in comparison to the planks of other woods and the logs of other woods. So they almost blend in very nicely, but not too blended in that you won't notice them. So you know what I mean? Like they work good. They work very well together, I think. So we'll do this and that, and we'll just finish off this corner as well. So we had one there and one there. Now this, what I'm doing here, is definitely from my design that I came up with earlier, so don't think I'm busy doing this on the fly. This one here is definitely not on the fly. I figured this out a bit earlier to try and get like a good idea of what we're doing. I don't know how these corners are going to look, but I know with that one there, I'm best off using a slab, that's for sure. So we'll do that, and we almost going to have our first little look at what's going on here. And the plan, by the way, is for these walls to have bone block, because I think the bone block is awesome. It really is. And I think it'll work very well for us here. We can also do another little row around here, in fact. Let's just do that quickly. So we'll do that. And how do I want this to go? I want those go around there. The next one, do I want it on this level, or do I want it the level above? I think we'll do it the level above. We'll do something like that. Because this will stick out, we may as well let it stick out with a bit of oak. Do that, and then do another wrap around. Now, I'm not too sure whether we'll need one of those. I think because it's a little bit bigger, this one will work a bit better. So we'll do that, and the moment of truth is coming very, very soon. Very, very soon. And we can also do another one of these rings around the edge as well. There we go, and there we go. Quickly fill it up, and how are we going to fill this one up? With some of that. Can we put that just there? It actually won't be too bad because it'll have a nice little bit of a floor. And then we'll do the same thing as what we did on the last side. We'll do that there. And I hope we don't come with an odd number. What do we do in this odd situation? We could put a thing. Actually, what we could do is we could do what we did on the last one, where we fixed it up like this and this. I think this could work. So we'll have a look from the bottom now anyway. But what I was saying with that and that over there is we can now put in... Oh, this still won't work. Okay, well, we'll have to think about that. We'll jump down to the bottom and have a look at what it's going like right now. I'm not a fan of when it comes to an odd number like that, but we'll work it out. We'll definitely figure out what's going on there. Another thing, we're going to have to add in these ones at some stage. They're not really too big of a deal because we want to get the outside done first. We still have an army of creepers at the bottom. No. Good, we're safe. Okay, that's not the side we want. It looks kind of disgusting from what we're looking at now. It looks really bad. But we'll make sure this doesn't look bad at all when we fill everything in. So, there we go. Yeah, I think it needs to be completed a little bit more before you start seeing what's going on. So, what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'll jump away. I'll probably do a little bit more work on there, and I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so I've gone ahead and I've done a bunch of stuff here. We have actually fallen off a total of 1 times, and you can see we've still got our levels, so we've done quite alright. And that is actually because of the feather falling, and also the fact that we've got a bunch of protection armor that helps us from taking all that damage, because the armor protection actually helps you now. So what we can see is we can see this beautiful view. I'm loving what we can see here. I wish we could see a bit of Fancy's house. and our base, and I wish we could see a bit more into spawn, but that's as far as it is. I think our render distance is actually capped off here. I want to quickly have a look at this. So it's distance 16 far. Can I do it further? Okay, maybe, okay, there's a little bit of lag. Maybe we can see a little bit further. And also, if we go in this direction, we should almost be able to see Zai's house. I'm pretty sure if we could be that lucky, we could see like a few bases around here. And Zai's place actually is looking pretty damn good. We had a look at it in the end of last episode. Gave away a bit of stuff, which I wasn't planning on giving away, but it's alright, because people come on here, so it's not really giving away too much, and we're cool here. So, what the thing we're going to do now is we're going to check out what I've done at the bottom here. And I've done this little basey piece here. And you can see we're going to go out one more block that way. And I've put in a little bit of these on the corners to try and give it a little bit more character. So this has taken quite some time to load. I'm not too sure whether it is even loading any further. I think we are capped off at 16 blocks. Yeah, looks like it's just going to the same place. I don't know why it's taking so much longer to load. But let's go down and have a look at what this looks like. And will we... No damage. Perfect. All right. So from here... That's starting to get a bit of shape. It feels like it's a lot bigger from the top than what it actually looks like at the bottom here. So we're probably going to have to go out quite a bit more. And I'm actually quite excited because that's my plan. So we're going to go out again and probably again and make this thing absolutely massive. So the next thing we're going to do is quickly get some bone blocks. Do I have any on me? I've got a few on me. I might grab another stack of bone blocks. We might have to AFK for these sometime soon. And get this, a few windows sorted out here. So we'll have to decorate stuff with trapdoors and fences and all those sorts of add-ons that I like to put on my builds. We'll do that stuff afterwards, which is going to be a bit of a struggle because this is a tower and we're going to have to pillar all the way up every time. But in the end, it'll be worth it. So we'll have to do that a little bit later. And is the sun about to go down? No, it's not. Well, kind of, but not really. So what we're going to do here, well, my plan at least, is to do a little bit of something like this, maybe, and we'll do something like that, maybe. That gonna look a bit flat? I think it might look a bit flat. So maybe, in fact, what we could do is not that. Take this in like this, and this one here, we'll also do like this, because I'm thinking from the outside, that'll just look like one big flat piece. What we'll do instead is we'll do this here, and then we'll use our bone blocks because they look nice and they give us a little bit of a different texture. Plus, they also are amazing blocks. So let's just do that, and we'll leave that as a double window and see how this looks from the bottom. So we'll do that, and I don't know whether we'll put a window in here. We might just do some decorations or something on there, but we might also put a window. Who knows? We'll see what it looks like. So let's just fall off this ladder for a second, make ourselves go a little bit faster, and we should be good now. So there's the sun going down, which is beautiful. I love watching that sun go down. So let's see. Can we see it? Yes, kind of. Okay, that'll actually look quite good. We can start to do a few things on the outside with trapdoors and all small things. But for now, I think this is actually going to work. So the shape that I'm trying to go for is a very like solid looking bulbous type shape at the top there. And I think we're achieving that so far. It's just the top part, which could be a little bit of a struggle to get that, but overall, that will work. I want it to come out to probably about there and there. Now, the issue is going to be the roof, that it's going to be too big, but we'll handle that when we get there. And I think this will be probably 3 stories, or maybe even 4 stories if we're lucky. But yeah, I'm going to have to sleep. Zai's also, by the way, she's gone off the server. We've currently only got one spectator on with us right now. A few people were on a few minutes ago. But yeah, what we're going to do is we'll sleep the night away. We'll get back to doing some more stuff, and I'll give you a little bit of an update. Okay, guys, so I have gone ahead, I've put in a bunch of this stuff, and I hope this is now going to actually make some sort of a difference. It's funny because it looks like so much when we get up here, and then as soon as we get to the bottom, it looks like next to nothing. We'll have to do those corners. I think we'll do them in something like a bit of stone or something again. We might just actually, let's just do that. We'll try out something here quickly. Do that and that, because those are going to stick out, will they? They will, if we... I don't want to go all the way to the bottom with the stone. So we'll do that, and we'll have to mix it up with that. And we'll obviously have to decorate the rough edges. We'll have a look at that a bit later. So let's just, yeah, jump down and go out, I guess. So what I want to do is I want to see if this has made a big difference, because I've gone ahead, I've finished pretty much the whole frame. If we need to do a bit more, we will do a bit more, but I think this is pretty good where we're at right now. And that might give us an indication of just how big our building is. Because remember, guys, we want to make sure that we get as big of a building, as big of an area in the inside. We already probably have the tallest building. I'm pretty sure I actually had a spectator the other day who came and measured it up and said that it was tall enough. And that wasn't even with this top piece. Oh, yes. I think we are in business, guys. Look at that. Oh, man. That is actually looking so awesome. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put one more level on the top there because it deserves it. It really does. And maybe we can start having a look at what we can do for the top tower if we're going to do a bit of a pinnacle tower like that, or if we're going to do it flat and have ourselves a garden up there, maybe. I don't know. Please can you let me know down in the description if you guys have got any ideas for that, because I would greatly appreciate them. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fill up all of these. So I'll even... Oh, no, I've just gone into Windows. So if it goes black, that's just what happened there. I've just hit the Windows button. It's very silly. All right, so if it went black, I didn't think it went black, but yeah, things happen. All right, so I was actually meaning to hit the Z or Z button, whatever you want to call it, which is right next to it. So we're going to have to put these in, finish those up a bit, and we'll obviously get the smaller details added in at a later stage. For instance, over here in these corners, I want to add in some fence posts. I want to cut those out for windows, and I actually pushed them back one block. If you remember correctly, I had them out a block with a little bit of an oak bottom, and I thought that just looked a bit silly, so I went ahead, tried to fix it. I'm not too sure why that has only got a 2 block gap. I'll have to have a look at why. I thought that would actually be a 3, but yeah, what we'll do now is we will fill in the rest of the stuff. I'm very low on my oak logs. If you have a look here, I've only got 44 of them left. And we've cut down a bunch of oak logs. I've actually got a little station on the other side of spawn, which it's pretty good. It serves us pretty well. But for today, guys, I think it's going to be a short episode. It's because we have got a bunch of stuff to do, and we have done a bunch of stuff, actually. It's actually been quite a long recording session for me to at least record this, because there's been a lot of work in the middle, a lot of trial and error, fixing things up, and I think it's all going to pay off in the end. So, for today, guys, if you can let me know what ideas you have for the roof, I would greatly appreciate it. And also anything you have for what we can do with this area around this afterwards, because I've got a pretty cool idea and it involves a bit of magic. But we'll get back to that in a future episode. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next time.